Hello everyone, this is an impromptu Be Happy Stationery design team project and it's very late in the month. Normally I'm a bit more on the ball, but because I've been in my little energy well, it's taken me until now. But I've been thinking about this and it's been sort of whizzing around my mind about this, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to share it. We're going to do it. And what we're going to do, besides my book all about gardening, we're not going to make a journal. We are going to make things that you might use in a party. So it could be a kids' party, it could be an afternoon tea, it could be all kinds of things. We're just going to go for it. Use the kit. I printed the kit out. I've got a present box. I've got a shape that's going to become a gift bag. That might be a bit big. Oh, that might be a bit big. I'm just thinking what will be easier to do for you to see. We'll use that as our template for our gift bag. It could be bigger. Same principle for any shape, really, or any size. We've already got tags. So this is the Whimsical Woodland kit, and it's beautiful. It's colourful. It's just stunning. You could play with it. I printed it off. There are lines. That's my printer. That's not this kit. It is beautiful. And like, if you are a journal maker, this would be wonderful to do like mixed media kind of stuff that you could sort of blend in. It is a really beautiful kit, and it's unusual. It's kind of very, very this is what Sandra, who does Be Happy Stationery, is kind of her personality, and it is just beautiful. So we're going to use this kit, and I have not a lot of time, but I wanted to do a project, and we're just going to make and see how much stuff we can do. So I thought we'd start off with the circles. I'm going to cut the circles out. Now imagine if you were doing a birthday party and all you had was your printer, because that's basically what I'm thinking. And I'm actually thinking about, like, when my teenager was little, a lot of the birthday parties that I used to do were very sort of using what I had, and I think I did really well. I know that because the parents even, inquired how much it would be for me to do their children's parties, favours and stuff like that. And sometimes they were slow stitched. Sometimes they were, I used the printer, all kinds of things. I just used what I had at hand, and they were, on the whole, triumphs. Of course I've got a craft army. I need a big glue stick, because that's what we're going to use today. If I can get the lid off it. Oh, there we go. Massive glue stick. So, first things first. We're going to make a napkin holder. I need to find a napkin somewhere, but I will find one. So I just want it to be glued on. Now, imagine if you did have a bit of time. Imagine if you've got your kid. You could get in here with your Posca markers. You could write their names on. You could make it really personal. You could have it for whatever kid you wanted. You could get in there with your, perhaps not the fabric really, your pinking shears. Get in there and cut it out with pinking shears. Oh, we can make rosettes. See, the ideas are coming. Literally, I thought, I'm going to sit down and see how many ideas I can make out of this one kit that you could do for, like, a party. So if you're like a grandparent, and like my mum, they have tea parties for kids. So kids would have like a few birthday celebration parties. One would always involve Nan and like a tea party, a buffet. This would be perfect for that. Let me go and get a napkin. Won't be long. Oh, I'll get one with a B on it because it's Be Happy Stationery. Now, if you've just got plain napkins, or if you're a family, because actually napkins in our house are not for using for when we're eating. They're using for mum to craft with. We actually have fabric napkins that just get washed. So you could use your fabric napkins. This would work like that. So, we're just going to make a loop. That's going to go well. Next door's doing building. if you've been with me for a while, you know that that's a theme. Next door do sort of at random times at night, because it's 6 o'clock in the evening, and it sounds like they're doing some drilling. We've said like the nature of it, it's so random, the noises. We'd love to see inside that, like I have this imagined picture. It's probably not like this at all. It's probably actually very well ordered. But I have this sort of idea in my head that it's just lots of random. Let's do a bit of glue there. Lots of random holes in the wall. Have I got enough? No. Then we will just have to wing it. There we go. Where's my little bit? So free packaging paper. Let's put that there. Napkin ring! Put your napkin in. Like I said, it could be any kind of plain napkins. It doesn't have to be fancy. That's what I'm saying. You could just make it. Look at that. First thing. So, there are loads of circles. You could print this page out a few times, and that would be, if you've got, like I used to do birthday parties, and like all the class would come. I don't know how I did it. Anyway, so the next thing that's important with a birthday party is the gift bag. So we are going to have this little character as part of the gift bag. I might end up just doing it ad hoc. Let's do that again. Cut around there. We're going to fold that bit over, I think. Or we might. No, we won't. See, it's just random. I don't know what they're doing. Oh, let me know if it's too much of a hassle. You might not be able to hear it. I'm wondering like that. I need to sort out our microphone situation. Right, can I do this so that this will cover that? Yes, I can. So I'm just using the box as a template to give me a shape. Now, it would be better if the box was the length of what I needed, but it doesn't matter if it's not. It really doesn't matter if it's not. So I have charged my family because I've finished work and I made one video, and I went downstairs and I was like, are you all ready for dinner? And they were like, no. And I said, okay, I'm going to go make another video. In fact, that might be that noise. It might not be DIY. It actually might be my soup. So I might end up pausing the video and having some dinner. We will see. We will see what happens. Is that what that noise is? It could be the soup. I do apologise, next door neighbours. It's not you. It's the soup. So yesterday, in the theme of waste not, want not, so on Sunday we had a Sunday roast. We had a chicken. So not to waste anything, particularly when you, like, you know, you're eating something off an animal. I don't think you should waste anything off it. So we took all the bits and pieces off it that we didn't eat on Sunday and had like Sunday leftover hash for tea last night with gravy, and that was delightful. It's almost like there's a tradition in my family for Christmas dinner barm cakes. A barm cake is a Northern English thing for like a bread roll. It's always better than Christmas dinner, that. Later on in the evening you have Christmas dinner barm cake. Anyway, I folded my 4 edges. I'm going to push this down because we're going to use this template now as though you're wrapping a present. And we're just going to make a gift bag. And so, like, all these different characters, you can do lots of different little gift bags. In the UK, let me know in your country, what do you do for kids' parties? Do you give cake? We give our cake away at the end of the party. It's not part of, like, that signals the end of the party when you get the cake out, you sing happy birthday to everybody, blow the candles, and then the mum will go and take the cake away and cut it up and it gets wrapped in a napkin and put in the gift bag. Or put to the side, actually. I never used to give them in the gift bag because it would all get mushed. So I would just sort of hand it out to the mum on the way. But there we go. Look, little gift bag. Then you could fold it in on the top there. Gifty baggy. Right, so we've got napkin, we've got gift bag. We will wrap a present. Let's wrap a present. So we might need more than one sheet of paper to wrap a present. We will use this stuff and we'll glue it down together. And this is again like your printables, you can definitely use it to, in fact, let's make a feature. Let's rip it. There we go. Let's rip it. And then we can stick that down. And then we'll wrap one of our presents. I've got some lovely pink string to make a pink bow. But we can even make a paper bow because that's what's coming up next. How many things can we do? I used to, way back in the day, I used to have this job where I would run toddler groups. I needed another piece of paper. And I always had to do a craft with my toddler group people. I could keep that one for that. And my toddler group people liked simple crafts for the toddlers to do. And I used to make things with paper plates, and it would be like, what can I make with a paper plate today? But they loved it. They loved it. It was one of my favourite groups in that job. One of my favourite ones. Wednesday morning. Rain or shine. In fact, I used to run, because in that job, Lil was at school, but I used to run ones when she was tiny as well, like in another job. Put that one there, 'cause it's look at this! I'm loving it. See how bad my wrapping skills are. I'm actually going to trim it down because it's only for kind of like showing you. So might have to pause it, go and have my dinner, then I'll come back and there will be more, but we'll wrap the present first and then I'm going to go and pause it and have my dinner. Oh, look at that. That was going to be nice. Right, I'm going to pause it here. So we've got a present, we've got a napkin holder, we've got the favour bag that you give away at a birthday party. When I come back, we will be making bunting. I'm going to make it smaller, but like you can print as many of these off. That's what's magical about a printable. We didn't really have printables when she was little, because this would have been amazing, because I would have just bought a nice printable and you've been able to do everything really with it. So there we go. That's probably the worst wrap present ever. I'm going to go and have my dinner. I will be back later and we will do more. So let's have those little stacked on there. I'll see you soon. Hello, I'm back. I've had my soup. I've had some mince pies. I did a little play with the parcel just to finish it off. We'll do a recap of what we've made. We made a napkin ring. We made a present. I just put one of the little tags on there. You use some corresponding yarn as something to tie the present up with. And we've made a goodie bag. So there will be more things. In fact, I can think of loads of things. Now you can print the pages off individually, so that'll come in handy in a moment. What I also thought is, because we've got like wrapping paper that way, you can use wrapping paper 2 ways. Another way that I use wrapping paper is I actually make ribbon out of it. This is particularly at Christmas, when I'll use brown paper or book pages as the wrapping paper, sort of the book pages I don't particularly want. And then I use pretty paper if I've got like a wrapping paper that's really nice. So this works with the printables, particularly if you've got little bits left over. So this was the trimming from the package. Use it to make another bit of pretty trimming for the package. Is that one, or we could cut it in half and make it into 2? No, I'll do it as 1. So you get the idea. It's all about you getting the idea of it, really. And for us to look at our supplies in a different way, and so that we're not spending money. I'd much rather spend money on nice supplies and things that are really ephemeral, like birthday supplies. It goes in an instant, doesn't it, really? Okay. So trimming this off, we're going to make a bow to go on our, so we need that, because that'll be the bit in between the bow. We need that. This is the ribbon. So we can do that. We can dovetail our ends because we're fancy. That will stick down there. Then we get this. This is going to be our bow. Fold it in. Fold it in. You can fold it in all around, but I'm not going to do that because I want the bow to be as big and fluffy as possible. Just scrunch it. Manipulate it with your fingers. That looks like a bow. That side. Let's make this side look like a bow. It's getting howly browly out there. You can hear the wind. There we go. Then we need a little bit. Fold on that way. Fold on that way. There we go. Plenty of glue on it. Hot glue gun, silicone glue, whatever glue. Sellotape. I don't really use sellotape, but because it's plastic and I don't like plastic. So I haven't folded it all in. I'm just going to trim that off so we don't see the white bits. But let's do that. Give it a little bit of dimension. That is basically, at Christmas, that's how I do my bows. And I do them on all my presents, and it just sort of like, instead of buying plastic, horrible bows, you can make everything coordinate. There you go. So we've got a present with a bow on it now. So now what I was thinking was this page, and because you can print the pages off individually, this is your invitation. So you can either, because it's a JPEG, you could copy and paste and put this into like Publisher, Microsoft Publisher, and then do a text box and then write the party invitation. But I'm not going to do that. We're just going to write on it, but you could do that. So you are invited. Put a big heart. There we go. So here's our lovely invitation. I have made party invitations for my teen when she was a kid out of all kinds of things. We've like knocked up a Harry Potter Hogwarts letter that's gone out to her friends. We've made a treasure map for How to Train Your Dragon, like on Photoshop. birthday friends. And I've also used scrapbooking paper. And this is kind of similar. This is what I'm thinking. It's kind of similar when I did things with scrapbooking paper, but it's actually got the added benefit that you can print out exactly how many things you want. So we have an invitation. I hope I'm not smudging it. And then we're going to make an envelope for it. All on one sheet. So you could print this one sheet off however many times you've got to make an invitation. If you know somebody in your life who's got children and might struggle with things like this, and you're a crafter, this is a wonderful gift to give somebody. It could be a neighbour, or it could be like a child, you know, because just because you're creative doesn't mean you know, your kids are going to be creative. This is going to be a little bit snug, but we can do it. Let's get the scissors in. Just like a really easy coin envelope, but it's going to be our invitation envelope. Okay, so that's all measured out. Take it back apart. Now we're going to get back in with our scissors again. I'm going to cut that down because we don't need all of that. But I am going to go like that, and then like that, like that, like that. We can certainly, especially if you've got like an eco tank, and this is like I use an eco tank, and then this is recycled paper. It's cheap as ships paper. And I bought it because it's recycled, because I don't want to be like using a thrift as well, because the whole point of the eco tank was that I could print stuff off and use it. I don't want that glue on there, that was silly. Don't do as I do, do as I say. But there we go. I'll have that out that way anyway, because that's the top. There we go. So we've got an invitation and an envelope, all out of this kit. All out of this kit. Now we have several things that we could make bunting. Again, you can print the same one off multiple times. You can just like say, oh, I quite like this, I quite like that, and just print the same page off multiple times. So let's get a template and then work out. Okay, let's make a template. So, bunting or a banner, depends where you come from on the planet, what you call this. But in the UK we call this bunting, and it is a very British thing actually, having bunting. It's kind of like any occasion, stick up some bunting. I think the origins are before World War II, but I think it was a big World War II thing really. What we have to do is get pennants right. Is that going to fold nicely? Okay, so that's our bunting shape, and we just want, we'll do 3, and even so you just take bits that you think would be good. I'm just going to snip around them, you could draw around them, but say you really want all of this, kind of doesn't have to be perfect either, you could just print lots of this one out. Certainly with my eco paper and my eco tank, I could definitely now all the birthday parties I could have done with that printer, I tell you. You can still make, like I said, you can make a really beautiful journal with this kit. Absolutely beautiful journal. And all of these things you could do with any kit from Be Happy Stationery, any kit, anywhere. So say you've got like somebody who really likes roses and stuff, find a rose kit. Somebody like really likes history, find like a historical writer, you know, like kind of all the ephemera. You could do all kinds of things. You could do it Christmassy. We might do another one when it comes to Christmas and think about all the Christmas things that we can make with the kit. Again, this one could be for an invitation because you've got that writing space on the other side. There are gift box shapes that you could get, templates online. You would be able to make gift boxes with the shapes, templates online, all kinds of things. In fact, if I do a dig out, because I've got some templates somewhere, I'll do another one where we just use it to do templates. I said 3, didn't I? And this one is so super easy, making bunting. This is when I was talking about that toddler group that I used to run. We used to make things like this. In fact, when I used to work in the old people's home, we would make lots and lots of bunting in very similar ways. I would print stuff off the internet, so you could even use this stuff for the bunting. You could get like some of the brown paper and then you do like sticky pictures on the bunting and make it that way, like, you know, stick the bits on there. Make the fold. You just need like a hem. This hem's probably not as much as you need. And again, you could decorate this with all your Poscas, all your you could really go to town. Oh, look how cute is that? That's very cute. Right. Put one in. Have you used your crafting supplies to make a party? Have you done that before? Is that something that you've done? Or have you done it to make like a tablescape? Like if you were doing like a girly get together, sometime, you know, like a spare time or a bridal shower or a baby shower, all of these things, because it all costs a lot of money for these things that you just throw away. Wedding. I wish I had, like, when I did my wedding, there wasn't even Pinterest because I'm that old. But I did, I handmade most of it. I handmade the invitations, we printed them off, and then I painted a love heart kind of on the front of the invitation so that everyone was hand painted. I made the jewellery for my bridesmaids' gifts. Bunting. And you could alternate that with a brown paper if you didn't want to do that much printing, or wrapping paper. Bunting. So we've got, let's do a round up. How many things can we make for a birthday party? We have present, napkin, bunting, goodie bag, invitation, another present idea. What else can we do? What else can we do? What else do you need on a birthday? Cake toppers. Now I don't have what can I use for that? I don't have a cocktail stick. I'm really improvising now, but we're going to pretend. No, we'll just. I've got that. I could use that. We are going to pretend we're going to do a twist of something. That's what we're going to do. Well, I don't even have any drinking straws, but I do have. I don't know. Right, so we're going to pretend this is our cake topper cocktail stick that you're going to stick in your cake. I remember one year for her cake topper, and it was the year I did all sort of, it was the scrapbooking year. I did like a mini bunting on 2 kebab sticks and put string across and made like the little mini bunting out of scrapbooking paper saying happy birthday on it, and then it kind of stuck on the cake, and that was the cake topper. All kinds of things. Like I said, just you can make things look really nice and then not cost the earth. You've helped an artist, a local artist at the same time. I think that's the best bit. Right, let's make sure they match. Do they? No, they don't. Oh, rosette, birthday rosette. We'll do that next, a birthday badge. So another thing that we used to do was I would always make a birthday badge for Lil to take to school. We can do that. We've got way enough stuff to do that with this. There we go. This could be cupcake. You could print these off smaller and make them into a cupcake topper. You could do one and make it onto the cake topper. Get any cake for the birthday cake and have a make bunting, or you could take one of the bigger ones and you just sort of stick it on a kebab stick or something and write the, you know, whatever sentiment you want. Happy birthday, congratulations on the baby, congratulations on your retirement if it's like a colleague, if you're at work, whatever party you're having. There we go. See, imagine that's a cocktail stick. Cake topper. Right, I feel like we're cooking on gas. Let's use this one to be the birthday badge, or the owl. No, we'll use that one if it's bigger. I'm going to make it like, oh, I don't know actually, because if I make it like a rosette, let's make the penguin. So, I'm going to make a birthday rosette badge. This is something I would slow stitch, but you could make it out of paper so that the birthday person or the hen person or the, you know, whoever the party is for person gets their own badge. You can write happy birthday on there. Do you know, I'm not rating Posca markers at the minute. I'm a bit disappointed with them. Let's find... Oh, that's it. That's a nice bright colour. Happy... I will get my white gel pen and go around the outside of this, probably after we finish filming. I'm going to go happy B-Day. You could do this in Photoshop or Publisher before you've printed it out. Should we do that one or should we do a different one? I'm feeling a different one. I didn't like that. I didn't like it. Oh, I know what we'll do. Where was it? I used a white gel pen nail and it was really nice. I bet I can't find it. I can't find it now. I used a white pen. Where's this one? Oh, yeah. That one. And if I can't, if it won't now, it will later. But I do want it. Happy birthday! I will make that happen. I will make it happen. I am determined. I go over it twice. That's the charm. Right, I will go over that with more pens. after we've finished. Don't you worry, it will look cool. Right, what we're going to use, this. Have you made rosettes before? These two. We need that. I watched Only Murders in the Building while I was having my dinner. We like to watch something trashy while we eat our dinner. On a weekday. Actually, not every day on a weekday. Tomorrow is we have our dinner and we all sit and have a conversation like human beings. That sounds like we don't do that anyway. We do that anyway, but we make this concerted effort on a Wednesday. So I've got a crafting thing that I'm going to. It's not me who's organised it, but a lovely lady called Mandy's doing it in my hometown. We're going to make a rosette, so you need to make lots and lots of concertinas. Now, if you've got, I do have, but I'm not getting it out because it's massive, a scoreboard. I think these are like they're over a centimetre because I'm rushing. But we just keep going. Going. So we make a rosette. These are nice for Christmas decorations actually. There's there's lots of Christmas kits on the Be Happy Ko-fi page. Lots of freebies. There's even freebies to this kit. There's another kit that's all pinks. It's very similar to this one. But it's like all pinks. So yeah, there's all sorts of stuff going on. Okay. So now we need to glue the two bits together. Like so. Yeah, it was nice, and it was the last one, Murders in the Building. So if you've been watching it, I will not tell you what happened, but it was a satisfactory ending with a beginning. There's going to be a new series. Okay, so once you've linked the two ends, bring it together, push it down. Woohoo! And there you go. There's your rosette, and now this will be too big. Not having much luck. Owl, it is your moment. But look at how much stuff you've got to make such mistakes. I think I'm going to need a stronger glue than that one. Or hot glue would be ideal, but I am not digging that out. Getting it out, but we'll use this glue instead. Plenty of that glue on. There we go. Birthday badge. I'm going to put it like that. Put something on top of it. Put it to one side. We need to make some ribbons for it. What can I put on top of it? I can put that on top of it. And stick it down. So, what have I not made that you think I could have made? What would you make if you just had paper and ink in your printer and you had a birthday party coming up and you were like, I don't know what to do? What would you do? Let's see. Let's cut that down like that. I want it like that. Dovetail, because I'm fancy. There we go. Right, so we've got a badge. What I would do is tape a safety pin on the back of that. So we have got Bunting, 2 different presents. We've got a goodie bag, we've got cake topper, we've got napkin. Am I missing anything? I don't think I am. Name tags? I mean, you could put name tags on. Not everybody wants a name tag at a party though. I think we're done. Challenges now. If you've lasted this long, invitations, that was another thing. What have I missed? What have I not done to make a party? Piñata. You could make a piñata, we don't have time. But you could make a really easy piñata with like a cereal box. Cut all this stuff up. Just gently glue it together. Kind of like half rip the cereal box up. Put some of your yarn on it. Go to town. You can make a piñata. Let me know in the comments, what things would you make if you had a printable, had a birthday party coming up, needed to make stuff. You could do a Halloween party, make it like the steampunky stuff you could use for the Halloween party. There's all kinds of things. Get to it. Don't just use your printables for a journal, use them for other things. They are so versatile. You can get so much out of it, and for like, a couple of pound, it's the gift that will keep on giving as long as your computer and your printer hold out. Alright then, let's give this a turn over. We'll assemble everything. There we go. We've got our owl. I will make that up properly and make sure it's on the thumbnail. Invitation, party badge, presents, bunting, gift bag, cake topper, napkin, all of these bits and pieces, one printable. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's been a bit different. I don't know how it's going to go. I hope you enjoy it. And I will be back with more Be Happy Stationery next month. That'll be November. It will be probably something Christmassy. But I make videos all the time. They're out all the time. And I will see you soon in one, hopefully. If you've lasted this far, give me a thumbs up, give me a comment and subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye bye.